Hi, Jurgen.
Hi, Carl.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We might as well start on a negative, I suppose. And can you just, new season, new injury, Andy Robertson goes off. Can you tell us anything about that first, please?
No, we don't know, obviously, in a moment how serious it is. It was pretty painful. That's why Andy went off. He got the ball. Probably saw it on with the TV pictures better than we did. Obviously, the ball on the front of his foot, twisted the ankle. Then the pain settled meanwhile already, but we cannot say anything further without further assessment tomorrow. Means he has to get a scan, and then we will know more.
Any more, Carl?
Yeah, just generally on the performance. Obviously, nice to be back at home in front of fans. Another good workout for your side.
Workout, yeah, it was, and you saw how important it is that you have 90 minutes football as well during the preseason. It was now probably the most intense session we had so far. Could see it in the face of the players, but I think for 50-55 minutes we saw an absolute top game from my team. I think we were obviously inspired by the crowd, having 42,000 people back in the stadium, or how many were here today. They were obviously really looking forward to seeing us again, and the boys took that and played outstanding first half, full of power, for good football in between the lines, super counter press, winning balls back, playing forward directly after that. So a lot of good things I saw today. And that's something obviously what you need for a successful season. In our good spells, we should then use that to score more goals. That's what we didn't do today. That's why it was only 1-0. And this one goal, I think Bilbao deserved. Was a bit unlucky in that situation. We got a bit passive, became a bit passive in this period of the game. Doesn't make too much sense, because if you need a little bit of break, you have to keep the ball. The most economic part of the game is to keep the ball and let them run. But we didn't do that, and that's a mix of the rhythm, whatever we still have to find, obviously. But again, with big spells of the game, I was more than pleased. It was absolutely great. If Robbo's injury would not have happened, I would be over the moon about the performance, to be honest. But so it's all a little bit reduced, of course.
Okay, thank you, Carl. Paul Joyce and then Ian Kennedy from BBC Merseyside, and at the moment that's all we have. Paul.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi, Paul.
I was just wondering how you see the sort of new season. A lot of other teams have spent heavily on reinforcements. You've obviously brought in Kanate. Are you happy with where the squad is at? Are you still looking to add to it?
I'm very happy with the squad. That doesn't mean that we don't look at the market, but as long as nothing happens, I'm more than happy with the squad I have, more than happy with the players I have. We have so many things which you can't sign. You cannot sign pressing, you can't sign counter pressing, you cannot sign atmosphere, you cannot sign togetherness, you can't sign the atmosphere we can create in a stadium, you can't sign Anfield, you can't sign our anthem, you can't sign a lot of things, and that's what we have to use, obviously. There are different approaches, obviously, out there, and we have no influence on that. Our situation is like it is. We have a big squad, and whatever, there might still something happen until the end of the season, until the end of the transfer window. But I can't say anything about that in a moment.
And the month that you've had together with a lot of the players in pre-season, that must have been very valuable from your point of view, reinstilling all the principles that got you the success.
Absolutely, and improving. It's not only reinstalling the principles; it's improving on the basis of good defending. We have to find a way to play proper football which gives us results, football which gives us excitement, of our people excitement, all this kind of stuff. And that's what I'm so happy about, because you saw the game yourself, and I think you thought as well in moments, wow, that's really Liverpool how we know them, and we want not to be only Liverpool how we know them, how long ever ago that was. We want to be Liverpool 20 won 22, whatever, building on the basis we created in the last few years, and that's good. When you don't have a lot of changes, that's good. We have new signings. We brought 3 players we couldn't use last year for the most of the season. We have back in the team. We have obviously a new midfielder in our squad with Harvey Elliott. We have players who can make a big step in to fulfill their potential, and they're in a good way. That's how it is. So we have. With the situation, I'm completely fine. But we all are not blind, and how I said, we see what other teams are doing. But in the end, it's not about. We don't have to be better than them. We only have to be able to beat them. And I think that's what we try to do as often as somehow possible.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Ian Kennedy, and I have no other hands, so this will conclude us at this moment in time. Ian.
And just one, really, just looking ahead to tomorrow. What are you looking for in this final game before the Norwich game? So maybe tweak 1 or 2 things, and are you looking to change the personnel for the game much tomorrow?
Yeah, nobody who started today will be involved tomorrow. That's clear. But there's still a great team. There's a lot of people, top players. We have only top players involved. It will be a last line. So Queef Keller will win the goal, and then in front of him will be a really strong defensive line, a very experienced midfield, and a very exciting offensive line. So that's what we want to see the same thing what we wanted to see today, our football. So the way we play today, we want to see tomorrow as well, and it should be possible with different players. They have different profiles in some moments, but still our football should be possible, should be very intense. And so same thing, not sure if we wear a different shirt or if we wear the same shirt, but the same thing in the same shirt with different players in it.
Thank you. And Carl's got his hand up again, so he's going to conclude our press conference as it started. Carl, over to you.
Thank you. So just quick on, you mentioned Harvey Elliott there. You've played him in that deep role in midfield. Do you see that as a long-term plan for him, or is it just a question of fitting him into the team at the moment to get him minutes and then see where he goes? Because he was good today.
He was not the first time. He can play the position, so he can play. I mean, how you saw then a little bit later when he got up front, Mo went in the center. Harvey played then the right wing. He smashed the ball on the crossbar in that moment. Yes, different. He can play different positions. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But I think in the pre-season, we wanted to see him just in a deeper role, because it's for a young player. You have to learn a lot of things when you're a bit more outside and you get a ball from time to time. We wanted to have him more involved, and I think he made a big step in his pre-season. And if Harvey stays fit, then the football world can be really excited about that. So I liked his performance today. I liked his performance and attitude during the pre-season. So good for us, good for him.
Okay, thank you, everybody.